Got it.
Oh, the future of Stucky. Well, let's start to feel some new blood ahead. If Lucky ain't picked, Christmas can be extinct, because I'll be jingling bombs. All right, beautiful ladies and gentlemen, members of the spectacular family, everybody involved. Here we go again. Try number 2 for Bomb Rookies Special Edition Meet Mistletoe Matt. Matt, it is a pleasure to have you on the show, and I know that we have done this already. Yep. Yesterday we recorded, maybe the greatest podcast the Spectacular has ever seen. I mean, just what a pleasure and thrill it was to have Matt on, talking about a whole range of subjects and really introducing him to the Spectacular family. And thanks to, my Middle Eastern
You don't got electricity out there. I completely understand.
We barely even have water to be frank.
Yeah, I know.
We recorded the video and it recorded great. But I'll tell you, there was not an ounce of sound in that video. So
I think what we should do is you should post the video with no sound and with like the chicken song in the background.
Oh.
Like and then it's just like us just moving. There's one point where I lean real close to the camera. I think we can freeze frame that, and we should put that somewhere.
No, and that actually could be an incredible idea. We might have to work on that. It might be much better than listen to us go on and on.
Or maybe we can have one of your little slaves just do a lip reading for the whole thing and get us a transcript for it.
Yeah, I wish my slaves had any intelligence. They're not the best.
Ooh,
Use them a little bit. They're not in the best mental state.
They're probably not allowed to read too.
No, they certainly aren't allowed to think for themselves in any sense.
Yeah,
can't be having that risk.
Mm.
All right, well, all right, here we go again. Let's we'll try our best to make it as amazing as it was last time.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, plan for today is this is just going to be an opportunity for Mistletoe Matt to introduce himself to the Spectacular community and show us what his campaign is all about and basically give his platform. And that's what we're here for on Bomb Rookies. And the goal is we're going to be doing this in 29 minutes and 77 seconds to commemorate the 2,977 people that my hero Osama killed on 9/11. All right, so we're gonna start this off, and yes, beautiful picture there. All right, we're gonna just have some questions here to start it off. So to get cracking here, who is Mistletoe?
Wow, I feel like it's like deja vu. Well, if for all of you who don't know, Mistletoe Matt is me, Matthew Savallo, and I am a Spectacular rookie looking to just bring his own point of view and his own thoughts about the Spectacular into this big old family that you guys have created. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be doing my podcast, Merry Mondays, every Monday at Christmas time. And I think my whole thing is let's bring Christ back into Christmas. So I'm gonna try keep spreading that message and keep trying to spread some love.
That's a beautiful explanation of what you're all about, and the theme that really keeps popping up over and over for me is this theme of love, and almost the more Christmas, after all, religious holiday. As a religious person myself, albeit of a vastly different faith.
Violent, yeah.
No, it certainly is. But, no denying that. I can recognize it when I see it and appreciate it, and I think that this is something that's super important for all rookies and really all members of the Spectacular community out there, but especially rookies, is you have to find who you are and your own little unique slice, of land in the Spectacular family, because that's what's going to make you stand out, what make you different, like what is unique. And I think for you, it's that religious take, it's that that theme of love and faith that really you don't really hear that out of a lot of the contestants, such as myself and the coach and Lars. We kind of go at each other. It's a little bit less lovey. It's a little bit, certainly isn't seeming too faithful at times, threatening to blow people up, and Not that not
Yeah, yeah,
against it in any sense, but it's not the focus of our campaigns. Whereas now you come in and you've already inspired, another veteran candidate in Candy Cane Costa to come out,
mm,
and he's going to be doing his weekly inspirational, like faith-filled quotes that is undoubtedly his own thing for sure, but it's based on probably inspired by seeing you take that faith-filled approach. So that's, as a rookie, you're already coming
yeah.
in and influencing people, and
Uh, yeah.
that's just super
I love
inspiring.
that. Yeah, as I said before, I mean, I don't really know Candy Cane Costa as well as I'd like to, and it seems like we have a lot more in common than I ever thought, and it's been um, great to see Merry Monday and inspire him. And like I said, I've been doing that podcast or that live show for mostly for myself. I mean, I want to enhance my faith and just be a better person. I'm not perfect by no means, but just to see that also touch somebody else and help them reach inside. I hope that hits everybody in a different way. I mean, even yourself as a man of faith. I mean, albeit some other type of faith, but I'm not judging. Whatever, at least you believe in something. I think that's also important. And I also like to touch on that love. I mean, you guys, um, everyone in the spectacular has love deep down inside. It might not show in the campaign, even yourself. You mean you are very violent, very threatening, but you love things. You love Christmas. You love bombing. Like there's love in all of us. I'm just here putting it on the surface.
No, that's beautifully said. Couldn't have put it better. Love of Christmas and bombing, and you're really bringing out the best in us, and that's something we can strive for. Maybe as an opposite ideal from what Lars was saying of let's all hate each other, and that's what makes us spectacular great. I think
Mhm.
this is a beautiful ideal to strive for, and I think that the Specky has proven time and again that it can reach it, and with you in the mix, I think it can only get higher and higher. So that's just
Thank
great. So now we've clearly already touched on this a little bit,
you.
but if you just want to sum up quickly, like if you had like a platform or a theme for your campaign, what would you say that is? What's your campaign?
Yeah, so I know how like we have this year's the theme of recovery, and I think I spoke on this on the No Audio podcast, and I think the words that I use for this one is the year of Christ. Was that I think
Oh, that's
that's
a
what we
yes, yes.
yeah. So I mean I think that is um kind of my focus to bringing that Christ and to keeping that Christ in Christmas and he's also it also relates to that year of recovery because we're coming off of such like an awful year, like we're all trying to get back to it, and there's been a whole this whole pandemic, this whole craziness has taken us away from Christ, and I think recovery and Christ can go hand in hand, and that's kind of what um my my goal or my message for my campaign is, and that's what I'm making this spectacular all about for myself at least.
So you heard it here, folks. We got Mistletoe Matt. He is campaigning on the year of Christ, and that's a beautiful image to have alongside the official motto of the year of recovery. And that's it's a great image for us all. And you hit just another key in a rookie campaign. You have that nice, easy to remember slogan, and I think that is so important. Like for example, last year I had the slogan, um, either I'm at the Specky or there will be no Specky.
Yeah.
It's I think not everybody does it, but I think it's a great idea for people to see in one little phrase what your campaign's all about. And
Yeah.
yours is clearly about Christ and love and faith, and it's just really it's an inspiring ideal. And you know what, I realize I failed to mention this earlier, but like it is just incredible having you on here completely naked. Like there's
Yeah, I have nothing underneath.
no, it's been verified. We can't put this on the podcast, but several
Mhm.
minutes before,
There was a whole thing. I was like dancing and stuff. Yeah, have me that shit for the fans. I'll tilt it a little bit so you can see my nipples.
and that's all the fans are really looking to see out here. Like, I can only imagine how erect the penises watching this are.
I mean, I know I am. Which I mean, if we go a little lower, you might. No, yeah, it's a little lower.
And that's beautiful. So moving on here, I just got a little bit distracted there.
hmm
Um,
I won't keep it like this the whole time, but I'll shake a little bit for this next question.
ooh, all right, so here we go. So you know, um, as a
Please.
somebody new to the spectacular family, when you like, in your opinion, what's a speckle about? What does the specky mean to you?
So the spectacular, from what I've gathered, is one of the days of the year where we can be ourselves, where we can be the purest forms of ourselves. Where, like I said, like there's all this love that's deep down inside, but when you get to the spectacular, all of that comes out, and we all get to celebrate and unify over that same thing, which is the love of Christmas. So the spectacular for me is about the purest form of ourselves and about just coming together and being one united family. And we just share that same goal, which is Christmas. I mean, you and myself, we're both completely different people, completely different messages. But when it gets to Christmas, when it gets to the spectacular, we're united. And I think unity is another word I can use to describe the spectacular.
No, and that's certainly you're yet again sounding like a veteran out here, coming off the year of togetherness. This was obviously a big theme. We had the year of inclusion before that, really diversifying the spectacular family, two minorities 2 years in a row. I could
Yeah.
argue, you almost would count in that category.
Mm,
You know,
maybe a little bit. Yeah. I
Mhm.
mean, if you look at it from the waist down, I don't.
No, and that's understandable, but
Mm,
you're certainly darker than the average contestant.
mm,
Um,
yes. Oh,
that-
yeah. Yeah.
no doubt about that. But regardless, it's something about the spectacular that you know brings people together, that unifies, and it's really impressive to see that you picked up on that so early on. And I can completely agree with what you're saying. Like, no matter how vicious the campaign might get, no matter how much at times it seems like we're coming for blood for each other, terrorist threats, personal attacks, whatever it may be, when the spectacular day itself rolls around, like, we are one big happy family, and that's the only day of the year that you can say that about us. There's
Hmm.
no doubt about that. So that's beautiful to see, and maybe a campaign such as yours can extend that spirit of goodwill a little bit further. Um, so
Yep.
now building on that, you've never been to the spectacular. You're the only person in the 10 names thrown around that hasn't been.
Hmm.
So you're really, completely new to it. So, what are your expectations for how the rest of their campaign is going to play out, and how the day of the spectacular itself is going to go? Like, draw out your mental image for me here a little bit.
So my mental image of how the spectacular from here, how it's gonna just evolve into the spectacular day itself. That's the question.
Yeah.
What do I see? What do I see? Had a nice answer for you last time, but well, let's see if I remember a little bit. I mean, what I see coming on is I see as we get closer to December. I mean, Christmas is just gonna ramp up. I mean, it's gonna be everyone's gonna be decked out like yourself. Like I know that I got some stuff in the closet that's gotta come out. I got myself in the closet that's gotta come out. It's gonna be. I expect to see just just beauty pop up all over the, the place. That the closer we get to December, you gotta give me a second.
Oh, he's coming out of the closet, folks. You have to watch the show. You're gonna find out something crazy inside.
Jeez. I get up and leave right now, but I don't need everyone taking screenshots of my ass. I'll send them to you. Just DM me at Mistletoe Matt one, the one and only. But I expect to see just Christmas go through the roof with visuals. I mean, that's one of the best parts about Christmas is the beauty of Christmas. The snow on the ground, the Christmas decorations up. So I'm hoping that as we progress towards December, I'm hoping that like Halloween, if everyone's not dressed in Christmas outfits in on Halloween, like is it really Halloween? I mean, that I guess you know what, technically that would be the scariest thing about Halloween, but that's besides the point. Um, I'm looking for that, and I'm looking for just a lot of like energy coming from people the closer we get, and I'm thinking that it's gonna be a fight to the end, but it's gonna be just pure passion. And I'm looking that forward to when we get to the spectacular, just the amount of just pure energy going into that day, full of costumes and food and love. I mean, that's hopefully that answers a little bit of your question. I'm just looking forward to the visuals of Christmas and the more passion that we'll be able to see.
Yeah, no, no, that really, that's a great answer, I think. I couldn't agree with you more. Like even a terrorist such as myself, if I, walk outside and I see like Christmas trees and some beautiful Christmas decorations up,
Hmm.
wearing Christmas clothes, like I literally, I could not be in a bad mood no matter what. Like it wouldn't even
Hmm.
be possible for me to like engage in my favorite activity of bombing innocent
Yeah,
villages
yeah,
in some random Afghanistan town. Like I would just be filled too much with the Christmas spirit and love, and it's just
yeah,
something about Christmas that you find no other time of year. Um,
yeah.
so great challenge at you. I want to see everybody wearing Christmas costumes on Halloween. Is basically what Mistletoe Matt just told us. I mean, if that isn't a challenge coming from a rookie, like I don't know what is. So y'all
It's
better
gotta
watch your
be
game.
there.
He's coming for you. He's coming for you.
Yeah. Hmm.
Bringing Christmas all year long. Mistletoe Matt ain't messing around.
Yeah.
All
If I was fat, I'd beat Santa all year long. But unfortunately, I'm just not fat enough.
No, and I don't think any of us are complaining about that because I'll tell you, I mean, it's a sight to behold. It's beautiful. But I'll tell you though, the day of the spectacular, you better be getting so fat. Food.
I mean, yeah, I'm nervous, but I think I think we talked about this last time. If I start ramping up my eating production on Merry Monday a little bit every day, I mean that's gonna be good training for when the spectacular day comes.
No, and that was the piece of advice I had dropped. We filmed this yesterday, right after Merry Monday. I tuned in, watched Matt eat some delicious looking pizza. And I was saying to him, if food is a part of your show, maybe up it a little bit each week, and start doing the training. It's what we're all about here on Bomb Rookies, trying to give that advice. Anything that I've learned over the years or the year, really. I'm not like I'm a veteran myself either.
Mm.
Um, all right, so yeah, next question for you. This is going to be putting you on the spot a little bit, first time on the show, but what would you change about the spectacular? What reforms would you make?
The spectacular, the spectacular, the spectacular. It's hard to really change anything because the spectacular is just so amazing. I mean, there's just what I've seen from the outside, it just looks like just I want to be there. So that's something I change about the spectacular. Having Mistletoe Matt there, I mean, that's something that I would change
You
because
listening there? He wants to be
there there. I mean, if you wanna exciting, a fresh, new spectacular, you bring in someone like myself, and you'll be blown away. And maybe with that closet thing, you might be blown in a different. Who knows? I'm not.
there. I mean,
And, hey, and if Zeke's
woo,
there, you'll be blown in a different way.
now we might
So
just be blowing all day on the spectacular.
there's a lot of blowing that might be going on in this speaking, and that's something about love in all of those blows. Um, just moving on, I think we talked a little bit about uh, the quantifying of some of the stats. I think as a rookie, I'm not as familiar with all of that. I know I have my taste here and there, and I heard that I see the controversy going on and really like how um, um I don't know how useful or what's the word I'm looking for, like how much these stats really mean. I mean, I know we have the veterans coming on like Kyle and Rob who haven't been campaigning, but they have a lot of those old stats and they got years in the bag. Um, I think maybe we can just quantify the pure passion a little bit better. I mean, I know that we have the costume, which really shows passion. I mean, maybe there's another stat we can throw in there. I don't know. I got to think about it a little bit more.
All right, yeah, no, no, 100%, and I think you really touched on a hot button topic here in the spectacular season that at least in my experience, hasn't really been one that had come up before this year. But then Lars comes out and brings it out on the Success podcast a couple weeks ago, and now it seems everybody's talking about it. A lot of criticism being thrown around at the stats. It just seems, and especially as a rookie, I can understand where this is coming from. It's a little bit clouded in mystery. It's like how does the committee use the stats? What exactly purpose do the stats serve? So, definitely some clarification could be great. Obviously, we all trust the committee; they know what they're doing. And
Yes, yeah.
definitely some mystery involved with the stats. Go. You're gonna say
Like
something?
I know, I mean, like when like plates eaten, like I really like I know gluttony. One of the great things about Christmas and eating as many plates as possible show that. But how much does it show the individual performance? I mean, it didn't Snowflake Smitty give himself a heart attack one of those years?
Oh, he did. He
Um,
certainly gave himself a heart attack, and he
yeah. So I mean,
in the bathroom trying to pull trig. Like it was just
I
he
mean
goes. You
that
never see
sound
him at
that's
the top of the leaderboard in plates eaten, but it's undoubtedly that he's given forth 100% effort.
I mean, yeah, that's effort eating, you know? I mean, that's a lot, that shows a lot of heart. I mean, it's different. Yeah, how much, others can eat more. Like, I don't know, like I'm not gonna be able to eat like a million plates, but I can eat like half a million plates, you know?
No, and I think that would be something we would all love to see. 500,000 plates out of Mistletoe Mac. To be a bit more specific, I think I seem to remember yesterday. Um, you saying that we're gonna get into this later, actually, a little bit,
Hmm.
but that if there was, you have to stay tuned. But if there was a specific plate present at the spectacular, that you would eat, at least
Mm,
12 plates worth of it, and let me tell you that would
yeah.
be setting all sorts of records, and I don't doubt it for a second.
All day, all day. It would be record setting. Yeah.
No, certainly would be. So yeah, no, that's great. Definitely stats are something we're going to be keep talking about.
Mm,
Definitely a possible area of reform, and I love the idea about not just looking at the raw stats, but maybe diving a bit deeper into the analytics and figuring out effort. Because that's really what it's all about, showing the Christmas spirit. That's what the stats are supposed to be about. So if
yeah.
that's the best of your ability, shouldn't you get rewarded? That's a great take, and I think that's going to spark some debates as we move on in this specky season. All
Yeah.
right, so now this is going to be another big question for you. As a rookie, it's obviously going to be tough for you to get drafted. I believe that a rookie can get drafted, but a lot of people are saying the only way is if me or Costa aren't there. Not to really get bogged down in that debate. I'm sure you'll get on that when you're on the Success Show. Um, but can you confirm that either way, whether or not you are drafted, you will be at the spectacular?
hmm I will be at the spectacular, regardless. And this is what I said last time. If I have to break in, I'll be there. I'm not breaking any laws, but I will do whatever I can to be at the spectacular. And I said on Merry Monday, that I'm not gonna be pushing to try to like knock you and Liam out. I want as many people there as possible, and the way that I'm really going to be structuring my campaign is just be be pushing that Christmas love and that spirit and keeping Christ in Christmas. And as a rookie, I mean, I want just more experience, and I would love to be there, but I want make sure that we can have as many people there as possible. I'm not going to be not if I can't make it, then I'm going to be fighting my way in the door. So if I have to dress up like Santa and get in, I gotta dress up like Santa and get in.
I mean, you're not keeping Mistletoe Matt away from the spectacular. That's.
Mm-mm.
I mean, you may as well pick him. That's what I say.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, like you said, it's hard. It's gonna be hard to get drafted, which is that's okay. I'm a rookie. I know, but and we have so many veterans that really deserve to be there. Um, but I want that experience, so I'm gonna get it regardless.
yeah, no, that's what we love to hear out here. And we got into this more on the silent recording of this, but
Mm,
and we don't really have time for it now. But we got into a little bit the idea of like the college experience that coach was
yeah.
talking about, and you basically just referenced. In other words, we both think it's a really great, interesting idea, and I'm sure get into that more in the Success podcast. But all right, so wrap up the question part of this. What do you love most about Christmas?
We mentioned it earlier. I mean, I love the visuals of Christmas, walking through the streets with the lights and the beautiful decorations. I love the Christmas trees. I love the family getting together and just enjoying Christmas. Um, and I'll tell you, we talked about that specific plate, that food. Love my Christmas lasagna. My aunt makes every year. We go to her place. we get some fantastic lasagna. Um, I mean you put all those things together, I couldn't be happy. Beautiful lights, beautiful decorations, a Christmas tree, some family and lasagna. I'm naked. That's it.
Well, no, that's like that's the best part of it too, the nakedness. Um, no, that's great. And what I would say, you clearly have your love of the visuals of Christmas. That's a big
Hmm.
thing for you. Could be cool to incorporate that into your campaign somehow. Do what you love. Maybe you find a way
Hmm.
to incorporate that. Just
Yeah, I'm looking to get this place looking like it's just Christmas threw up all over it.
oh,
So we'll hopefully you'll see the progression.
I would love that. All right, so now we're gonna move on here. Just a little rapid fire section of questions coming at you. So,
All right, these are all new questions.
oh yeah, no idea of them before. All right, favorite Christmas movie?
Ooh, A Christmas Story. Love that one.
Classic. Yeah, favorite Christmas song?
Now I stumbled on this one last time, but it's Dominic the Donkey.
Oh yeah. No,
I can sing that from the rooftop for years.
oh, that's a classic. Didn't see that one coming because I was curious because yesterday you were like, I don't remember. I'm gonna go with Jingle Bells. You finally remember, so maybe
Mm-mm. I do love some Jingle Bells, but Dominic the Donkey, it's beautiful. It's artwork.
I mean, it has a donkey involved. How could you not like it?
Love ass.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Can we
Uh,
curse on this show? I'm sorry.
oh, I think this show is kind of off limits. Pretty much anything goes. All right. Favorite food? We already said lasagna.
Lasagna, please.
Favorite drink?
Oh, this one was a little tricky. I went with that Christmas milk and cookies. I mean, there's nothing more pure than leaving out milk. Actually, real funny story, real quick, if we have time. Um, we used to leave out a glass of scotch for Santa because my dad told me that Santa likes scotch. So currently still milk. I'll let you know when it flips to scotch.
Okay. All right. That's an interesting story there. I didn't hear that one yesterday, and a good thing we
Mm-mm.
got for today. And
Yeah, yeah.
you can't go wrong with what Santa likes. He certainly likes milk. Apparently,
No, I mean
apparently
he
likes
needs a
scotch
break.
better.
Yeah. Yep.
Um, so that's something for people to consider. Scotch is a Christmas drink.
Santa needs a break every once in a while, and this is the reindeer doing most of the driving, so he'll
Oh,
be okay.
that's a good point. He's driving too. Santa, this is I'm gonna have to talk to Santa about this. But
It's only glass, only one glass,
fair enough. Fair
only
enough.
one finger.
All right. Here's a question for you. Least favorite Specky player.
I don't. Yeah, I don't have a least favorite, and I'm not here to bring people down. Um, no.
And there you go. That was your trick question you were thrown in there, trying to start some beef, trying to get a hot take, and you pass with flying colors. And
Yeah,
who wants to have a
there's
least favorite?
I don't have a least favorite. I mean, there's nobody. Everyone, whoever's part of the spectacular is part of the family.
That's beautiful. And if I remember yesterday, you had a comment about who your favorite might be.
Oh, I did. Yeah, they are. I didn't say who they were. I'm not gonna say it again, but I said that they have burning passion, I believe, and they operate in the shadows. So keep that in mind as we go forward. I mean, I'm looking for there's someone there that really inspires me.
All right, then I think we're all very curious as to who this is. The burning passion operating in the shadows. You know, take your guesses. Light up the Twitter. Let's hear it. I say Christmas. You say.
Spectacular.
Of course, there it is.
It scared me.
There was a right answer to that one. You got it. I tried to throw you off by saying it a bit aggressive, and you still passed. Um, I say Specky. You say.
Amazing.
I mean, there it is, folks.
Uh,
Beautiful, beautiful job on the rapid fire. Um, this man knows about Christmas. He thinks about Christmas. He loves Christmas. He is Christmas. He is Mistletoe Matt. Thanks for a great show. As we
mm,
wrap up here, I know we did some questions last time. We're coming up to 2977, so no time for that today,
okay,
unfortunately.
it's
Quick
fine.
question: should I reach out to Joe specifically to see if he wants to
Mm.
come on, or wait for him to reach out to me? 5-second response.
Okay, 5 seconds response. I think you give Joe a little bit of time, but make sure you still reach out. Sometimes that personal response really gets people going.
There we
I
go.
feel like you spoke to me
What a
personally. So
what a generous response.
yeah.
And with 22 seconds left, no time for the elevator pitch, but I think you've made it already. I mean, it was a pleasure having you on, and yeah, let's get um.
Let's keep Christ in Christmas, please. I'll see you guys next Monday.
All right, we got a quick theme song to close out here, and we're gonna be right about. The future of the sky, well, feel some new blood ahead.